It's Friday, January 5th, and today is a day off for me, and I recorded a podcast yesterday that I'm hoping I can get uploading later today, and this is going to be the start of my my off-week Vlogcast, as I am calling it, where you just kind of get to see little glimpses of my day-to-day life on those off weeks, and have it be more of a vlog style of what's going on. So today's Friday, and Philip came home from his dad's last night, and so today we are going to be building the Millennium Falcon out of Legos. Probably, I don't know if we're going to do anything else or much else or what exactly is on the plan. It's going to be kind of low-key. It is a work week for me, so tomorrow we'll be finishing up sermon stuff, and then Sunday obviously will be church. But today is just going to kind of relax. We're going to build the Millennium Falcon. We might go to the gym, we might go out to dinner. I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but Millennium Falcon, that is totally happening, or at least starting, because it's huge and it should be a lot of fun. So I will check in with you guys later. So we are in the process of building the Millennium Falcon. I have completed bag 1. There are 9 packs of Legos that go with this guy. This is the book for it. It's kind of an involved build. So I'm about ready to start bag number 2 and see where we go from there. One thing, for those of you who have kids with Legos or who haven't experienced Legos in a long time, they come now with this little tool, which is kind of amazing. You can use it, like if you put a Lego on wrong, you can use it to like pop it off. There's like this little thing that the little kind of peg pieces you can push out. You can use it to like push them down. This thing, like, where has this been? This was like the greatest thing, and they come in like every Lego set, so we have like a million of them now, but still really awesome tool. Really awesome. So I'm gonna start bag 2. I've got the Millennium Falcon 2/3 of the way done. My fingers are a little sore and my shoulders are a little aching from being a little bit hunched over, but I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, I think. And now Phil and I are going to head off to pick up David and go to the gym, and then after we are done working out, we're gonna go get some dinner. One of my parishioners had given me some Applebee's gift cards, so I think that's where we're going to go to have dinner, because I have some gift cards and there's one not too far from the gym, and I have to use these gift cards by March, and they were like bonus cards, so they're like $10 and you can only use one at a time. And so I think he gave me 5 of them. So that's a few trips to Applebee's, but I would like to use them because it was nice of him to give them to me. So that is going to be our plan now for the rest of Friday. Hi guys, it's Saturday, January 6th, and it is so cold. It was like -3 when I woke up this morning, and it's still hanging out in the negatives. And yeah, it's pretty cold. We have snaps like this almost every winter in Michigan, where for several weeks it will be extremely cold. And I always complain about it. I know it's coming, but I hate it, where the highs are only in the single digits. And that's been how the last couple of weeks have been. So I'm kind of ready for it to stop and to not be so cold, especially because my car is so dirty from all of the salt and everything that I desperately want to wash it, except I don't dare right now with it being as cold as it is, because I don't need my car to like freeze shut. It would be super bad. So today is going to be a lot of finishing up stuff for worship tomorrow. I do plan to try to finish Phil's Millennium Falcon today, and then we need to run some errands. So it's not going to be the most exciting of days, because the priority is getting everything together and finished for my worship services tomorrow. So I hope everyone is staying warm in this super cold weather and doing lots of knitting and drinking lots of tea or coffee if that's your thing, and keeping wrapped up in all of your knitwear. I know I certainly am, even though I don't have a shawl wrapped around me right now. It's kind of been my standard uniform in the past couple of weeks. So I will talk to you guys all later. I am super excited. The mail just came, and I just got these 2 packages from David's Tea. I took advantage of their sale that is going on right now. I've wanted to try them, and they were having a sale, and I thought this would be a great time to try it. And then the other package from Wool & Company is the yarn that I ordered. It's a sweaters quantity to start knitting the Oxbow cardigan, which is in the book A Sense of Place, which are patterns from Andrea Mowry. So I am going to open these up and show you what is inside. So first up, from David's Tea, I got some samples. This is Caribbean Crush. Forever Nuts. Cold 911. Thought there was another one. I am super excited. Let It Snow. Sleigh Ride. A cinnamon chai. Oh, Apparently I got 2 of those. Strawberry lemonade and mint chip sundae. And then it came with a canister to put tea in. And then I had to get a mug. This is the mug. It's kind of Christmassy, but I think it's kind of generic. It doesn't have to be Christmas. But I am so excited about all of this. I think I might have to brew myself some tea and put it in my mug this afternoon. Now for the package from Wool & Company. So this is the yarn that the pattern was originally knit in, and this is Brooklyn Tweed, their quarry, and this color is Flint, which is appropriate because that's my dog's name. But it's a woolly yarn. I've never worked with Targi before, but yeah, it's a beautiful brown, like a natural earthy brown, and I wanted something more in the earth tones to wear with like khakis and things like that, so I wanted it to be like this. And so I got 6 skeins of it, and I cannot wait to cast this cardigan on. So I have my tea and I am ready to go do some more building on the Millennium Falcon. Hi guys, it's Sunday, January 7th. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I am up to get myself ready for my worship services this morning. For those of you who don't know, I do serve 2 churches. I am a United Methodist pastor, so we often especially if we have small member churches, we'll serve more than one to have a full-time position, basically. And so I serve 2. The first one, the service starts at 9:30. I usually try to get there about an hour early because I'm not really able to stay very long after the service to visit with people. So I like to get there beforehand, and people know that I'm there early. So if anyone needs to talk to me about anything, and they can arrive early. My second service is at 11 o'clock, so that makes things fun and interesting. I usually get to that a few minutes late, but I have some wonderful lay people who get the service started for me, and I don't really have to worry about it. So right now I am up. I'm going to make myself a chai latte, do my devotions this morning before I finish getting myself ready. And since Philip is here, I'll have to get him up and get him ready as well. And Abby comes home today as well, so that will be great. And we'll be off to church. After church, the kids both got gift cards to Barnes & Noble, so I think we may take a trip to Barnes & Noble. I'd also like to take down Christmas today. We'll see if that happens, but I want to get that down this week. I usually leave it up until Epiphany, which was technically yesterday, but today is the Sunday that is like the Epiphany Sunday. Although I'm talking about Jesus' baptism, not really the Epiphany. So I am going to get ready. So it's now Sunday evening, and ooh, my voice is a little froggy right now. And the kids are in bed. Actually, I'm about ready to go to bed myself because school is back in tomorrow, and I have to get up early again as well, and I'll be back into my swing of things. But I wanted to show you guys. So I kind of had a so I wanted to show you guys. I decided last night I really couldn't resist, and I had to cake up some of the yarn that I got for knitting the sweater, and I did my swatch. So this is it. This is the swatch for the Oxbow cardigan. I actually came pretty close to getting gauge with the recommended needle size, which like never happens for me because I usually have a really tight gauge, but this is pretty good. And when it blacks out, it might be maybe a little bit big, but if it is, I'm not really worrying too much about it because it's kind of meant to be an oversized cardigan anyway. So if it's a little bit big, I'm okay with that. So this is my gauge swatch. The yarn is 100% Targhee, and it feels so sheepy. And now it smells like wool wash because I did put a little wool wash in here when I blocked this swatch out. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get going on this. But before I do that, I am bound and determined that my Dumbledore's Christmas stockings are going to get finished, which should not be too long because I am pretty much right at the toe. And yes, my feet really are that small. So I am, I'm at the toe decreases, which seems like that's a good place to stop for the night. And then I think I'm just gonna get in bed and I'm going to do a little bit of reading. Gonna look behind me. Christmas tree did not get taken down like I had planned today. I'm hoping I can get that down this coming week because I do need to get it down. It's time to get it down and put Christmas behind us and kind of move into the new year. So hopefully that will happen this week. So I will say goodnight and talk to you guys later. Hi guys, it is Monday morning, January 8th, and we got probably 4 inches of snow last night. It was not fun getting the kids on the bus this morning because, well, especially Abby, because it was really snowing quite hard and none of the plows seemed to have been out yet, and it was pretty slippery and not the most enjoyable. And her bus was 10 minutes late this morning. And then the roads weren't as bad taking Philip to his bus, but his bus was like 15 minutes late, and his bus is usually always right on time. Abby's always seems to be a little bit late, but his is usually spot on. So they're off. It has stopped snowing, and it's actually supposed to be quite warm today. It's going to be above freezing, which sounds kind of crazy, but we have spent the last 2 weeks probably in the teens and single digits with wind chills below 0. So it has been very, very cold. So 30 is going to feel quite balmy and warm. I know that sounds insane, but that's how it is. So today is back to business as usual. Kids back to school. I am going into the church to do some work in my office there. I do have an eye doctor appointment this afternoon, and then we have our typical Monday night dinner at the church, and that's really about it for our Monday this week. So hopefully things go well with the kids and getting back into the swing of things. Philip was excited, Abby was not. So I hope that they have good days, and I will talk with you guys a little bit later. Hi guys, so it's quite a bit later now. It's I think it's like 10 o'clock in the evening, and I am about ready to head to bed and call it a night. It's been a pretty long day. It was a pretty productive day though, at least, so there was that. I got a lot of work done, and then I also finished my Dumbledore's Christmas stockings with yarn from Molly of a Homespun House. I am so happy with how these turned out. I love them. They are beautiful, and this was such a generous skein of yarn that I knit the cuffs longer than I usually did. And I still have 40 grams of this skein left. I couldn't believe it. So I'm not sure what I will end up doing with what's left of it. Obviously, I'm going to want to put some in my granny stripe blanket, and I'm going to want to put some in my cozy memory blanket, but that doesn't take that much yarn. So there's still like a bunch of yarn left. So I'm not sure what it's going to end up being exactly. So I finished those, and then I couldn't resist, and I had to cast on the Oxbow cardigan, which is in Andrea Mowry's pattern book called A Sense of Place. And so I don't have a ton. I've got the cuff done, and then I'm beginning on the sleeve, because this pattern has you knit the sleeves first, and you knit the sleeves in the round. It is an assembled pattern. I don't want to give away too much of how it is, but you do start with the sleeves. So I said I'm not super far, but this is it. The lighting is making this not necessarily turn out as true to color. It's like it's a little lighter than a chocolatey brown, but it's just a really nice, like, natural brown color. So I have been enjoying knitting on this. I will say it is an adjustment using the chunky yarn and the bigger needles, and I feel like I'm moving super slow with my knitting. The needles are kind of big for my hands, and so it's not I can't move them super fast. Fortunately, because it's chunky yarn, it does go pretty quickly. I mean, this was like not even an hour's worth of knitting, I don't think. So it went pretty quickly. So I'm anxious to continue working on this and get that cardigan in. For now, I am going to bed. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Hi guys. It's Wednesday, January 10th, and it's just before noon. Yesterday, Tuesday, was really not a very exciting day. I did a lot of work and was kind of busy with that. I visited some people. I went to the gym. I tried to get all my worship planning done through Lent and Easter. I made it to Holy Week, and then I needed to stop and figure out what I was doing for Holy Week. So I have not planned Holy Week yet, but the rest of it is done. Today I've been doing more sermon work this morning, and I have to go to Ann Arbor and the University of Michigan to visit a pulmonologist that I have been seeing that's been helping with the breathing problems that I had. They're pretty much under control at this point, so it's just a follow-up visit. It really shouldn't be anything too major, but I do kind of want to talk to her a little bit about the cataract in my right eye, because the vision in my right eye is quite drastically worse than my left eye. And sometimes the inhaled steroids for asthma can cause that. So I want to talk to her a little bit about that. And yeah, so I'm not sure today is going to be a much more exciting day, as I'm going to be in the car for quite a while on my way to Ann Arbor. And dinner is in the crock pot, so I don't have to worry about cooking when I get home. I just put it on a plate and eat. So I am off to the doctor. It's Thursday, January 11th, and I just got some more Happy Mail. I had ordered a couple sweaters quantities worth of yarn, and my second one arrived in the mail today, and I am going to open it up and show you guys what it is. I am going to apologize about the lighting. It's really gray and gloomy here. Crazy warm. It's like 55 degrees, and all of the snow that we got all that snow. It's all gone now. But it's gray and gloomy. I have an LED light shining on it, so I'm not sure how great the color is going to show up in the camera, but I'm going to try to show you anyway. So this came from Goosey Fibers, and this is the kit for the Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry, and I had seen that pattern and I really liked the style of it, and I really wanted to knit it. And that was one of the things I did for myself for Christmas, was get a couple sweaters quantities worth of yarn. So this is the kit that I got. You can see there. It's 2 skeins of each color. It's a DK weight. This was kit D, I believe. So you can see them together. The colorways are, see, this one here is called Diagon Alley. This one is called Stardust. Let's see. This one is called Hide Behind, and this one is called Hagrid's Hut. And you can't really see the card. I will show you guys the card in better detail. I had found them when I did the Stephen West knit along, and I really liked Caitlin's yarn that I got from that, and I liked the way that the Speckle and Pop shawl turned out. And then I knit a pair of socks with the leftovers, and I really liked how that turned out, and I loved these colors. And I think this is like the perfect palette for me to have a cardigan that I can kind of wear around pretty much all of the time, because blues are really in my palette. So I am super excited about this. And after the oxbow cardigan is done, this will be the next thing that I cast on. Hi guys, it is Friday, January 12th, and I wanted to just pop in real quick and kind of wrap up the week and get ready to get this vlogcast uploaded today. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and school has been canceled and I'm awake. But the kids are sleeping in. We are getting another snowstorm. It's kind of been crazy. It was quite warm all week, and then yesterday it got up into the high 50s and all of the snow melted. And then last night the temperatures have dropped and we got some like sleety stuff and it is snowing again. And when I let the dog out this morning, everything seemed to kind of be covered in white. So they have canceled school, so the kids are home, and I'm kind of having to readjust my day a little bit. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in and show you guys some of my knitting progress this week. I had showed you earlier that I finished my Dumbledore's Christmas stockings. I don't have those out here with me, so I'm not going to show those again. So I was very happy about that. I do have a hoe. I finished one of the socks that I am knitting for David, and he tried this on and it fits him. So I just have to cast on the other sock. This is Knit Picks Felici, and it's got a contrasting heel. And then the other exciting thing was that I started my oxbow cardigan, and I've been working on the first sleeve, so I have this much of that sleeve done. And I realized that I got gauge when I did my gauge swatch, but I have had to adjust slightly when I am doing my increases, because this is already like going up my arm and I'm still supposed to do 3 more increases, and I think that it might be too long, so I've had to adjust some things a little bit. So this is how this is turning out. It does knit up really fast. I just haven't had a ton of time to knit on it this week. I'm hoping that I can knit some today and make some more progress. So that is going to wrap it up for this week for the vlog. And I'm gonna get this uploaded and hopefully it'll go up Saturday morning. And then next week I will see you again for a regular podcast on Friday, hopefully, assuming kids have school and everything goes okay and there's no like major crisis or catastrophes. So until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and have a good weekend. And for those of you who are getting snow, stay safe. Vogue Knitting Live is this weekend, so if you happen to be at that, have fun, enjoy yourself, and enjoy surrounding yourself by other wonderful knitting companions. And I will talk to you in a week. Happy knitting! Bye guys! He thinks that just because I got up, he can steal my chair. And he thinks that because he's cute, he can get away with it. But he can't.